Yep, it's time for another one of these videos. So, you might remember that we've done 2 videos on Temu bootleg video games and AliExpress bootleg consoles. So today we're going to kind of combine those ideas together because I bought some bootleg consoles from Temu, but this time around the theme was portability. Except for that NES Classic Edition knockoff, we'll get to that towards the end of the video, but these 3 right here are portable consoles, and we're going to begin with this Game Boy Micro lookalike that cost me a whopping $9.49. And I was only able to get it by also purchasing this, a PlayStation 2 bifold wallet, because there was actually a minimum order requirement for this order, and just buying this alone did not meet it. These items were not combined, they were all like, you know, from different sellers, so they were all placed separately, and yeah, this one had a minimum order requirement, and it wasn't just for free shipping, it was to even place the order at all. So yeah, now I have this thing that cost me like a couple bucks, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but we'll set it aside for now. So what does less than $10 get you on Temu? Well, it's going to get you a retro handheld game console that is small and easy to carry. I mean, I'm already interested right there. It's got a 1.8-inch TFT LCD screen, 8 bits video games, that's pretty huge, high fidelity speaker, and it uses 3 AAA batteries. I don't know why I almost said AA there, I guess I can't really read. Yeah, so the box here, you know, this is one of those 10-in-1 video games, so we'll have to find out what those 10 games are. On the back here, it looks like we do have screenshots of those games, but they just printed this warning label and stuck it over them, and that is a sticker, so we can try to get this off. Yeah, that's about as much effort as I want to spend on that. Alright, let's go ahead and crack it open. So, we've got our instructions. Turning on your arcade machine. Alright, so now it's an arcade machine. That's a pretty major upgrade. So, I don't think there are batteries in here because that is not turning on. So, annoyingly, that you have to use a frickin' screwdriver to get the battery door open. So, let me grab one of those. Alright, so now here is the moment of truth. So, we turn it on, and yeah, we got some menu music. So, wow, so the volume is, you know, it's not like a slider or anything, it's just a button, and you have 3 volume levels, which is low, I guess high, and off. That's so that's rather annoying, but I mean, hey, I guess it's better than not having sound at all. So I guess we'll start with Future Tank. Okay, so I just looked this up, and this appears to be a ROM hack for the NES game Battle City, which I think is an indication that all of these games are probably going to be ROM hacks. So, I have absolutely no idea how to play this. I've never played Battle City, but we'll do stage 1, I guess, and make sure the volume is the highest that it can be. And okay, so I'm this thing down here, I guess, and we're going around. I know this is not really the best way to hold this, but I'm trying to keep it, like, in center. Okay, so, yeah, like, I guess I'm going around shooting stuff. Okay. I guess we got these enemies up here. This is probably super funny to the people who've actually played this game. But hey, there's a first time for everything, right? So, yeah, I think I just gotta kill these guys. Or are they fighting? Are they fighting each other? I don't think they are. Well, they just killed me. Oh wait, I'm still alive. Okay. Oh, game over. I lost. Oh, I think I'm trying to protect that thing down there. Because if I go in here and shoot it, yeah. So I have to protect that thing. That makes sense. Playing it on this tiny little screen is it is doable, but I mean it's definitely not the best experience. And yeah, this thing does not have like an SD card slot or anything, or, you know, it would probably make more sense for it to have a micro SD card slot. So, you know, you can't like swap out the games or anything. That would make it like infinitely better because we're just stuck to, you know, the 10 games that are on here. All right, why don't we try out Gate? All right, let's see what Gate's all about. Gate, there it is. All right, we'll hit start like 3 times there before it registered. Stage 1. Okay, so is this like a maze game? I'm thinking that's what it is. Because, yeah, now I just popped out there. I'm probably have to avoid these flying things. So we'll get in there, go down here, and quickly get in there. All right, where did I pop out of? Oh, I just died. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta like look on the screen to see when you don't know where these things pop you out. So that'll pop me there. Oh, we can just go right into there. And I'm down there now. Okay, this is like a safe zone. There's nothing down here. That popped me right there. Having like no background music is kind of weird. Oh, dang it. I do want to take this apart just to see what the internals look like. And I'm probably going to do this for all of these because, you know, why not? So we'll pop out these batteries. And we've got 4 screws on each corner. And we got the speaker there. And then we have some more screws to remove here. And there's everything all contained on this board here. And then you got the actual, you know, buttons and everything in here. So, yeah, that's what less than $10 will get you over on Temu. I mean, not bad. Next up, it's time for some gameplay, which is just for you, apparently. Just for you, the person watching this video, nobody else. And yeah, this is a PSP knockoff. This one I got in blue. There were a few different colors available. So yeah, there it is. This thing cost me $17.09. And taking a look at the marketing material here, you know, it's got housing as sturdy ABS material. That's pretty huge. 1800 milliamp hour rechargeable battery, it looks like. 3 PCs Game cards. These kind of look like Game Boy Advance cartridges that are just not as wide, but they look a little bit taller. And apparently this provides 6 to 7 hours of gaming time. So that's, if that's actually true, I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. We'll go ahead and just tip the box over and get all this stuff out of here. And yeah, here's those game cartridges, which, yeah, these kind of look like miniature Game Boy Advance cartridges. They are not taller, though. They are shorter than it as well. So yeah, we'll set that aside. So we've got 7 + 2 = 9 puzzle game card. All right. We've got classic game card. All right. And then what is this one here? Casual game card. All right. We got what a set of games. Oh my gosh. And then aside from the console itself, we also have an external video and audio cable, which is, you know, a nice inclusion if you want to hook this up to your TV. We've got a charging cable. This uses, wow, this actually uses USB-C. I don't know if I would trust this cable on anything else, but that's kind of nice. And then we also have some dirty buds, as Dankpots would say here. Some really cheap looking earbuds. So yeah, I don't have the whole audio setup to test those, so the world will never know how terrible or maybe great quality those things are. Thanks for purchasing our digital pocket handheld game player. This exquisite item is small and portable, but it has a lot of super classic and retro games that will make your spare life more colorful. I would love my spare life to be more colorful. So back here, one of these contains the cartridge slot, and this should be the rechargeable battery. So we'll have to see if this thing has any charge. So what happens when we turn it on without any cartridge in it? Okay, well, it doesn't look like there is a charge in it because it is not powering on. So let's go ahead and plug this in. All right, we got power, and oh my gosh. Okay, so like I kind of suspected here, the thing has built-in games. So it's a 258-in-1. It is extremely loud. Where's the volume? Okay, this one right here is the volume button. And we have, like, you know, just like on the other one, we've got just different volume levels. So this is the loudest, and we got 2, 3, and then 4 is just muted. And it sounds like it's playing a rendition of Jingle Bells, but then it's not, which is rather funny. I got your reset button, select, and start. F22 we just started into, which that definitely looks like a ROM hack, judging from that copyright info down there. It does not have shoulder buttons, but, you know, they do kind of have the molding to make it look like it does. And then up here, we've got your on-off switch, TV output, your Type-C connector for charging, and then your headphone jack over there. And, yeah, that's everything. So I guess we'll take a look at just maybe one of these games on here, just at random. Garden War. All right, well, that sounds exciting. This is just like a shooter game, like reskinned with flowers in the background to make it look like you're in a garden. But these are still like, I guess maybe are these birds and stuff flying around that you're trying to shoot? It doesn't look like they really interact with the flowers at all. Wait, is this like Galaxian? Like those sprites look like Galaxian sprites almost, or you know, yeah, like the formation. Like that's Galaga or Galaxian, I think. This is totally a Galaga clone. I just looked it up. That's literally what it is. That is so funny. I mean, you can barely like the sprites. It's not really the best color. Like they sort of blend in, you know, in like certain areas anyways, like down here, they kind of start to blend in with the background a little bit. I guess that makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, it's just Galaga, but you're in a garden and you are like a much larger spaceship or like cannon thing. I mean, the thing's huge. It's way larger than the ship is in Galaga. I'm apparently awful at this. I'm pretty good at Galaga, I promise, but evidently I'm not doing so well with this one. And oh my god, that music is ridiculously annoying. So that is hilarious. Okay, I was not expecting to see a Galaga ROM hack on here. But yeah, so that is, I mean, those are a couple of the games that come just, you know, loaded on the internal memory. But let's go ahead and plug in. Let's start with the 7 + 2 = 9 puzzle game card. So we'll put that in here. This is kind of an annoying, I mean, I guess it makes sense, you know, it's nice to have it kind of hidden away in here, but you got to take this off every single time you want to swap out a game. So we'll turn it on, and oh geez, okay, so it's more loud music, and yeah, this kind of looks like just, oh wow, this is it, it's just these 6 things. So where are they, why was it 7 + 2 = 9? I was thinking there's going to be like 9 games on here. I guess that's just the name of the cartridge. Because it's just these 6 things. This is probably a calculator, I would imagine. Yeah, that's straight up a calculator. And then we have add sub. Okay, I guess we just 7 + 8 = 15. Okay, so I guess this is just like a, you know, like a game to get you used to doing, you know, addition and subtraction here. I don't know what this background is all about. What do these buttons do down here? Oh, those were like cherries that time. Does it change like every single time? Yeah, it does. So yeah, that's like a little bit of an edutainment cartridge. So we'll go ahead and pop that out. And do we want to take a look at the casual games or the classic games? I think we'll start with the casual games, because I'm in a pretty casual mood right about now. Brace yourself for some annoying music, I'm sure. Okay. Not the worst that I've heard so far. So we got Pikachu, Memory, Field, Shift, Gobong, and TNT. Okay, so what the heck is Pikachu? That kind of looks like Pikachu, I guess. So this is, you know, evidently some other ROM hack. Alright, so did we hit A to start? Yeah. Game select, 1 player. That one. This one, sure. Level 0. Handicap 0. Music 0. Oh, is this like, you know, Dr. Mario, I guess? Well, going back to the menu here, we can make it look a little more like Tetris, too, which is kind of neat. Yeah, so I guess these are going to be like, maybe more like puzzle games. Okay, this is just probably going to be like a memory game. And yeah, the start button does not work all the time. Like, I had to press it, how many times there? 4 or 5 times for it to actually work. And, okay, so I guess it's just literally matching. For some reason, it's like on these playing cards here, and it's off-center to the right, but okay. So yeah, that's a set of like puzzle games, you know, more, I mean, I guess, yeah, casual games, that makes sense. And then let's check out the classic games and see what this is all about. I think that the music has like progressively gotten better. This is the best music that I've seen so far, or heard. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Out of all this music, this is the least obnoxious. And yeah, this is another 6-in-1, but instead of having that, you know, more graphical menu, we just have a list like the internal ROM on here does. Oh, well, wait a second though. We have a Contra 2 24-in-1. So we have what looks like a collection of ROMs within a collection of ROMs. I think we just hit start like twice. Let me hit reset here. So Contra 2, 24 and 1, and then yeah, we have all these Contra games. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's rather funny. And then we have Super Mario 3, Sonic 3D, Turtle Fighters, which I imagine is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Adventure Island 3, and Aladdin 3. Quite the selection of games here. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if Turtle Fighters is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep, it is. And then Super Mario 3 is, let's see if it's just regular Super Mario 3. It's just 3! Let's go! I've seen this exact ROM on one of these other, like, bootleg knockoff consoles. That's just so funny to me. They just remove the Super Mario branding and call it 3. But yeah, you know, it's just regular Super Mario 3. I don't think there's really been any other changes made to it. So, Sonic 3D, is this like an NES ROM hack of a Sonic game? Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Listen to this music, oh my gosh. It is trying its best. I mean, it's got these animations here. These are actually, yeah, like that's pretty cool. I have not seen this particular ROM hack before, but yeah, I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we've got like a Sonic NES ROM hack on here. At least what I would presume anyway is a Sonic NES ROM hack. And yeah, that's your Super 6-in-1 classic game card here. And you already know what we got to do before we move on to the next console is let's take this thing apart and just take a look at the internals. We got some screws under the battery here. You know, it's what I always love about these consoles, that they're always incredibly easy to take apart. So we got some more screws here on the PCB. And yeah, there is everything. We just had one of these buttons pop out, but you know, the speaker is soldered there to the board. So I'm not going to bother messing with that. And it also looks like the screen, yeah, there is a ribbon cable in there. But yeah, one of those chips in there contains the internal, you know, 200 whatever game ROMs that are on this thing. So yeah, that is the, I already forgot the name of this thing, the Gameplay Portable Player PvP 2800. So this one right here is the most expensive out of all of these consoles that I've picked up. This one comes in at $33.52, and it actually does more than just playing games. You know, it's got like a media player and stuff on here as well. So you got the Windows Media Player logo for cinema. We have a camera, I guess, FM radio, tool. It's a classic fashion game, so you know it must be good. And here's a breakdown of the layout and everything. So we've got a transparent key. Only coins can be played, rather unfortunate. We've got a key lock, which is also the key. We've got your steering wheel right here. Nice inclusion. Got your joystick. Yeah, so that's that. And then, you know, it's also... This is more than appearance. This has stronger performance. It's got a 4.3-inch large screen, TF extension, download games for free, video playback, music playing, ebook reading, long endurance, and thousands of games. So yeah, this does much more than just playing games. So we'll go ahead and take it out of the box here. And we also have, you know, an external video and audio cable for hooking it up to a TV. That seems to be a common theme with a lot of these consoles. We'll go ahead and remove all this plastic protective covering and stuff. And yeah, so here's the X6 console itself. So we'll set that aside for now and see what else we have in the box. So we got your manual here, and we also have a charging cable. Let's see if this is USB-C as well. It is not. Wow, check that out. Okay, so they cheaped out a little bit, I guess, on the charging cable. And we have what look like some old Apple earbuds knockoffs, which are going to be, you know, considerably worse than the genuine ones. And yeah, here is the console itself. So let's see if the rechargeable battery has any charge. So I actually, you know what? I'm already going to refer back to this thing that I printed off, because there's not actually a power button. You have to press, yeah, you have to long press either the OK or the exit button. Let's try to long press on the OK key. Alright, not doing anything. Let's try the other one. Nope. Either way, that's not doing anything. So let me go ahead and plug this in. Alright, there we go. We got a light. So you've got this like graphical UI with a bunch of games. It looks like you have Crash Bandicoot, Street Fighter. So I wonder, if this is going to be kind of like a Hyperbase FC situation where it can just emulate a handful of consoles. But then we also have down here we have game, music, pictures, videos, ebook, tool, browser, and settings. So this actually is different from what the box says. Because the box here says there's a camera, and it says both these things are just tool. So that's rather interesting. So I guess maybe there's a model of this that has a camera on it, but this one does not. Because yeah, there's definitely not. I mean, on the back here, there's no camera or anything. So what is the game like menu down here? Built-in game, optional game. It's just going to give you a list of what's in here. Recent run lists. Which of course is going to have nothing. So dir list is just going to be the directory, I guess. We've got a .gba file, .nes, .gbc. So this is looking like it can run, like this is probably going to be very similar to the Hyperbase FC in terms of, or just in terms of the fact that it can, emulate multiple consoles here, which is neat. So yeah, we'll have to see. Like, I guess these games on the home screen here are not just, these are not the only games on the console, but can you customize this somehow? Like, if I hit X or Y, or, I mean, A is probably going to just start it. So, okay, I hit A, restart, load progress, setting, game guide, exit. Okay, restart. Yeah, and that's straight up Crash Bandicoot. Alright, Jungle Jam. So... let's see. All right. Well, we're already dropping frames. That's a great sign. Yeah. So it is not perfect. That's for sure. But I mean, it is running it. I mean, we are getting those dropped frames every so often. But it is actually running the game, so, it's not, like, super laggy or anything, but, I mean, you don't, okay, well, I spoke too soon. Oh my gosh, okay. So, yeah, this is, oh, jeez, okay, yeah, this is getting worse and worse and worse. Alright, so, yeah, maybe it's not doing as well as I thought. Let's see how far we can get without dying again. Well... I think that one's just on me. I did not time that right. Alright, so yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Definitely not going to be able to run at full speed on this thing, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, I mean, look at that. That is some major frame dropping going on there. But okay, so how do we get back to the menu? Shut down key. Okay, well, game exit button, it says, is select. Okay, so that just stops emulation there. So... we can go into settings here and change, like, hey, sound output, keyboard mapping, screen size. We can change that around. Is this thing touchscreen? It does not look like it. Okay, I'm curious if we can change this home screen layout around and put some other games there. So let's go into the setting and maybe display. Okay, that's only backlight brightness and backlight. Power saving, language, TV out, advanced. Format internal memory. Okay, format card, reset default settings. Is there really no way of changing, like, the home screen layout? I mean, yeah, you can change the key tone. That's kind of cool, I guess. TV out, language. Yeah, like, there's nothing in there. Okay, what's this tool? Okay, recorder, stopwatch, calculator, and calendar. So you just got some, utilities and stuff on there. Well, it doesn't look like the instruction manual makes any mention of how to modify the home screen, so we're just kind of stuck with this layout. So yeah, you would have to go into game down here, built-in game. I assume optional game is if you have an SD card put in, which we'll get into in a moment because I'm formatting one of those right now to copy some ROMs over to it. And then let's see if the recent run list has, yep, it's got Crash Bandicoot now. Oh, and that was the Game Boy Advance ROM. Okay, so that's good to know. We were trying to run a GBA game. So we have 11,210 files in here. I mean, can we search? There doesn't really appear to be... I mean, we already know this is not a touchscreen up here at all, so I don't really know what these options are. I mean, like... yeah, like, what are those there for? Can we get up if we, like, go back here? No, we can't. So I guess that's just for show then. It's like, maybe, no, not doing that. Using the analog stick, that doesn't do anything. That's, okay. Interesting. I guess that's just there for show. Donkey Kong, here we go. Okay, so we have Donkey Kong 1-1 and Donkey Kong 1, and then Donkey Kong Country 2. Let's try, you know what? Let's try Donkey Kong Country 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is literally unplayable. Like, look at this. This is awful. What the? Like, this is the thing. Why are these ROMs on here if this thing can't even run it properly? Like, I guess they just... I mean, yeah, there's no way they actually tested this. They just, like, got a bunch of ROM files and just threw them in here. And are then like, oh my gosh, there's like 11,000, like, games on here. It's so cool. But you can't, like, play all of them. I mean, you can, but it's just going to be an awful experience. So, like, can we even play NES games? Can we play, like, regular Game Boy games? Those are the ROMs that I'm going to copy over. Alright, so I've got some ROMs copied over to this SanDisk card here. And hey, if you're in need of a microSD card for something like this, or something a lot more useful, consider purchasing one through my YouTube shopping link down below this video, or on screen right now, because when you do, you'll be helping out the channel because I do receive a commission. So thank you very much. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop this in to the card slot on the bottom. So if we go into optional game, and directory listing, and then card directory, if I can hit down here. So I just copied over Super Mario Bros. 3 and Tetris for the Game Boy. So let's start up Tetris here. And invalid file format. Okay, so maybe it can't play original Game Boy games. I thought I saw some... Maybe it was just GBA. Maybe this can only do GBA games. And GBC. Interesting. Okay. We know it can play NES games, so we'll start up Super Mario Bros. 3. And let's see how well that it can emulate this. And I can already hear the sound is lagging behind a little bit. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's even dropping some frames in here. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay. So even on NES games, we are struggling. That's honestly kind of embarrassing for this thing. I have to say, like, NES games should run no problem. I mean, look, that cheap, you know, $10 Game Boy Micro knockoff that was playing, you know, NES ROM hacks ran them totally fine. This one here is struggling considerably. I mean, you know, it is struggling less than, you know, it did with the Super Famicom stuff. And, you know, with the Game Boy Advance games. But it's still struggling. I mean, it's still dropping frames every once in a while here. Yeah, wow. You know, I wonder if there's any settings that we can change. Like, can we... Let's go back here. I mean, that's the thing. I don't think there's any... I mean, under settings here, there's sound output. We could turn that off, maybe. Keyboard mapping, screen size... Maybe we change that to original size. Maybe that's, you know, doing something. Information. Let me turn sound back on, actually, because we really should have sound going. Let's just see if the screen size, maybe that does something for us. Of course, now we have these annoying white borders around the game here. But yeah, we'll go into one-player game. Nope. I just heard some audio cut out there. Nope, it is still... Wow, that is... Like I said, that's just honestly pretty embarrassing for this thing. Because this is the most expensive one out of all these consoles that I bought for this video. And it's having trouble playing NES games. Jeez. Okay. Well, one of the other things I did is I copied over... Let's go back here. So, you know, it is cool. Like, you can pause the game. You can go to resume. So, you know, you can, like, save. Let's see if we got, like, save states here. So... File saved. Let's go back and hit restart and then go back and let's just load progress 1. Yeah, so it has like save states. I mean, but literally, like, I feel like every NES emulator has that, so that's not surprising. And yeah, I mean, there's the settings. So, okay, we'll just get out of that. I also copied over, you know, like I mentioned, we have a video player apparently and a music player. So I copied over an MP3 file. I'm curious to see if it's got anything on here. on this internal memory, which it doesn't look like. Let's just do internal memory. Oh, wait a second. All right, well, I just looked, and at least one of these songs is copyrighted, so I'm not going to bother playing that, but I did copy over. It looks like we went back up a folder, so now we're just browsing like the internal storage, I guess. And now we're back here. Okay, so card directory. So I just copied over Bet on It by Silent Partner from the YouTube audio library, aka the outro track that I use in my videos. And yeah, I mean, we'll just have it play for a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, audio plays totally fine. We can hit A here to pause. X or Y is it brings up this menu for changing EQ. You can change your play mode screen size. Oh, like if it had lyrics, you could have those show up. Okay. Well, this song does not have any lyrics in it. So I mean, nor does it have a like lyrics track associated with it. I mean, I assume that's how that's gonna work. Yeah, add tag, you could do that. I mean, and then what's interesting is when you get out of it, like it still is playing. Like here we are on the main menu. It's still playing totally fine. The only way to pause it is you have to go back into music and go into now playing to pause it. But I wonder what happens if we try to launch a game with it playing audio. Will it just... Yes, it will just stop automatically. Okay. They knew that I was going to buy this thing and try to just mess around with it. So when you go into the game menu before you even launch the game, it just stops the audio. So that's nice. But yeah, so you have a music player, and then we also have pictures, which I wonder if there's anything on here on the internal memory. We've got some stuff. Okay. So we got some like sample photos here. Then if we go back up over to videos, I did copy over a video, but I'm curious if there's anything... There is testa2.rmvb. Oh my gosh. Are you... You have got to be kidding me. Of all the sample videos to have on here, you have the Madagascar 2 trailer. And yeah, so I've got an MP4 file on here. I don't know if it's actually going to be able to play an MP4. It cannot play MP4s. Look at that. So yeah, there's some additional applications that you've got on this thing. I still find it rather nuts that you cannot modify the, the games that are on the, like, pinned to the home screen here. You just straight up can't do it. So, yeah, and then to power this thing off, we have to hold down the select button, I guess. Or maybe it's the start button. There we go. Bye-bye. Although, you know what we got to do? Let's just crack it open and take a peek inside and see what we're working with. Alright, well, this whole thing is kind of just disintegrating in my hand here. So, yeah, it took 4 screws to get this back plate off. There's our speaker right there. And then I unscrewed some screws on the PCB. This thing came up. There's the whole PCB. Some more of these buttons fell out. Here's the analog stick, which we didn't really use a whole lot. But yeah, so there's where the display connects, and then here's all the internals. And last but not least, we've got the NES Classic Edition knockoff, which I know is not a portable console, but it's portable in a sense because you can easily carry it around with you. You just have to, have access to a TV to be able to play it. It also comes with 2 controllers, but you wouldn't know that from this picture here because there are no controllers in it. But yeah, so we're gonna just crack this thing open, and we've got a whole just wad of cables here. Here's the 2 controllers, which are of course just gonna be like NES knockoff controllers. We'll go ahead and tear this bag open here. Lovely that the tape is not gonna cooperate with us, but we'll just get it out that way. And we actually have Turbo A and Turbo B, so that's nice. Honestly, not the worst feeling controller, I have to say. And then just dumping everything else out, we've got the console itself, which says Family Computer System on it, funnily enough. This definitely feels kind of cheap, I have to say. I mean, not surprising. Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you how much this one cost me. This one cost me $11.44. So yeah, a little bit more expensive than that Game Boy Micro handheld. And you'll be glad to know this is the Mini TV Game Anniversary Edition. So that instantly makes it more valuable in my book. And yeah, you just got your layout, and oh my gosh, here's the whole list of games. You know, I gotta say, something like this actually makes a lot of sense for one of these knockoff consoles because, you know, normally you're just having to scroll through a list just endlessly until you find something you want. There's no search function or anything like that. Whereas this, you can just look at the game list and just pick one you want from here and then know which game number to scroll to. That's not bad. Right here, we've got your second controller, we've got your AV cable, and we have your power cable. Oh, I totally see what we're doing. Galaga, let's freaking go. But yeah, I am definitely more accustomed to playing Galaga, you know, with the arcade joystick and button, but you know, I like to think that I'm pretty good at it. You know, it's definitely, I think it's the arcade game that I have the most hours logged into, for sure. I would play this game literally anytime I would see a Galaga arcade cabinet anywhere. I was, like, there instantaneously. Let's see if I can get this guy. There we go. So, I'm gonna say, let's try to get to stage 5 or until I die. And then we'll end off this segment. I don't want to bore you guys too much. But I also want to show off my Galaga skills here. Watch me die, like, immediately after saying that. Because yep, there we go. Look at that. That was not intentional. So maybe we're not going to make it to stage 5. Ooh, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Alright, the challenging stage. Alright. Oh my gosh, I can't... I'm used to, like, mashing the arcade button a lot faster than this. This is just weird. Oh, there we go, there we go. Aw, man, that one got away. Ha, perfect, perfect. Alright. 27 hits, alright, not bad. 2,700 points, I will take it. And so we made it to stage 4. Can I beat stage 4? Maybe not. Alright. Nope. The answer is no. Okay, I just gotta mention this, because check out this game list here. I made some marks on it, because this thing repeats itself. There's not actually 620 individual games on here. Because check this out. It starts with Contra, Contra 24-1, Super Contra 24-1, Contra 6. We get down to where I made this mark. There's Contra, Contra 24-1, Super Contra 24-1, and then over here, there's Contra, Contra 24-1. Like, it literally repeats itself. And what's funny is, the last time here, it doesn't actually repeat itself all the way, because this ends with Wonder Ball. This one ends with Othello, so it doesn't actually make a full repeat. But that's just really misleading, because there's not actually 620... I mean, there are 620 games on here, but they're just duplicated. What's up with that, guys? Really? You couldn't find 620 ROMs to put on here? I mean, come on. And if you're wondering, not surprisingly, there is just an absolute ton of wasted space in here. You got your tiny little board that has all the ROMs on it, and then you've got your, you know, input board for your controller inputs and your power and reset button. So, yeah, this is extremely typical. I mean, we've seen this with those other bootleg consoles we've explored on this channel as well. Well, yeah, there you have it, guys. Those are 4 more bootleg consoles that I purchased off of Temu recently. Like I mentioned, you know, towards the end of the last video, I really don't recommend that you buy from this website. You know, it is extremely gamified. They really try to get you to buy stuff, like, by just presenting you with all these, like, limited time offers. And a lot of this stuff is just crap. Like, I mean, to be fair, yes, we paid like 10 bucks for this, but I was honestly underwhelmed with this thing. This was the most expensive that I purchased, and it absolutely sucks. It's worse than all these because it can't frickin' emulate any of the games that it has on it. So buyer beware. I mean, if you find this out on like Temu or on AliExpress or one of those other websites, I'm sure it's on like all of them. That kind of seems to be the case with this stuff. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, get subscribed, maybe consider becoming a patron or a channel member to get early access to these videos before anybody else. But either way, I just want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.